Hello students, good morning. This is a continuation of exercise 11.2. Already we have done 11 problems in that exercise. Now 12th problem. Question number 12. Question number 12. In the exercise 11.2, we are given two lines. The condition is those lines are intersecting at right angles perpendicular to each other. We need to find the value of P. So once again I read the question. Find the values of P so that the lines 1 minus x by 3 equal to 7y minus 14 by 2p equal to z minus 3 by 2. On the another line 7 minus 7x divided by 3p equal to y minus 5 divided by 1 equal to 6 minus z divided by 5 are at right angles. Now the given lines are not in the standard form. The standard form of any line in the Cartesian form is x minus x1 divided by a equal to y minus y1 divided by b equal to z minus z1 by c. That means the x, y, z should not have any coefficients, as well as they cannot be should not be negative. Here it is given as 1 minus x. So rewriting the given equation. Now rewriting those equations. Rewriting those equations we have. So the first line L1 can be written as x minus 1 by minus 3. That is, we are multiplying both numerator and denominator by minus 1. Therefore, the first rational expression becomes x minus 1 divided by minus 3. Again, taking out 7 as common, 7 into y minus 2 divided by 2p equal to z minus 3 by 2, which can be written as x minus 1 by minus 3 equal to, so bring the 7 to the denominator. The numerator becomes denominator of the denominator. Accordingly, it is y minus 2 divided by 2p divided by 7 equal to z minus 3 by 2. Similarly, the L2, line 2 becomes 7 into minus 7 into x minus 1 divided by minus 3p. So, multiplying both minus numerator denominator, so taking minus 7 in the numerator, so it becomes minus 7 into x minus 1 divided by 3p equal to y minus 5 divided by 1 equal to z minus 6 divided by minus 5. Now bringing the minus 7 to the denominator, it will become x minus 1 divided by 3p divided by minus 7 equal to y minus 5 divided by 1 equal to 6, z minus 6 divided by z minus 6 divided by minus 5. Now from the first line we know that from the first line L1 we know that A1 equal to L1 A1 equal to minus 3 and B1 equal to 2p divided by 7 and C1 equal to 2. From the second line A2 equal to 3p by minus 7 and B2 equal to 1 and C2 equal to minus 5. We know the condition for two lines to become perpendicular to each other. That is, for perpendicularity we have A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 equal to 0, which gives A1 A2 means minus 3 into 3p divided by minus 7 plus B1 B2 2p by 7 into 1 plus C1 C2 2 into minus 5 equal to 0. So you explain this, minus minus cancel பண்ணிங்க 9p divided by 7 plus 2p divided by 7 minus 10 equal to 0, or 9p plus 2p 11p divided by 7 equal to 10, or p equal to 70 divided by 11. So which is the required value of p, so that the given lines are intersecting at right angles. In the same way, you can do the problem number 13. Show that the lines are there are two lines, x minus 5 by 7 equal to y plus 2 divided by minus 5 equal to z by 1, and x by 1 equal to y by 2 equal to z by 3 are perpendicular to each other. So first take all the values in the first line's denominator values of the first line as a1, b1, c1, and the denominator of the second lines, the values given in the denominator of the second lines as a2, b2, c2. Show that a1, a2 plus b1, b2 plus c1, c2 equal to 0. Then you can say the given lines are perpendicular to each other. So what we have done earlier, the same way you can do the problem 13. Now we can go to another one, another concept, finding the distance between two lines. Distance between two lines. Here distance means shortest distance. Distance means shortest distance. Say, let us see the types of lines. There are mainly three types of lines. First one is intersecting lines. That is, intersecting lines. Even the perpendicular lines also intersecting lines. So at one point, if produced, it will intersect. So intersecting lines. Another one is parallel lines. Another one is neither parallel nor intersecting. Those lines are called skew lines. So let me write those three. The lines are the pair of lines in the form of, one is intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. And number two is parallel lines. Parallel lines. And the third one is skew lines. Skew lines. The skew lines are neither parallel nor intersecting. The skew lines are new to your knowledge. So they are the lines which are neither parallel nor intersecting are called skew lines. Skew lines. That means there is a plane and we have another plane, one line like this, another line like this. So they never meet. Therefore they are not. They never meet. Therefore they are not intersecting, and also they possess some different directions. Therefore those lines are not parallel lines. Now let us come to the concept of distance. the shortest distance between any two intersecting lines is 0 because they have common point, and the shortest distance, there may be so many numerous points, but when it comes to the shortest distance between two intersecting lines is equal to 0. The parallel lines, there may be numerous points, so the line which perpendicular line joining any 2 points between the parallel is called shortest distance. So all other are greater than those, therefore this is the shortest distance between two parallel lines. And skew lines also we have different. Now let us see the formula for finding the distance between two lines. First one, parallel lines. Consider two parallel lines L1, L2. Let L1 line 1 becomes R vector equal to A1 vector plus lambda into B vector, and line 2 becomes R vector equal to A2 vector plus mu into B vector. That is, each line passes through two different points A and B, and they have a common vector B vector. So the lines are in the form of, two parallel lines are always in the form of R vector equal to A1 vector plus lambda into B vector, and R2 vector is equal to A2 vector plus mu into B vector. Now we have a common vector, that is common direction B vector, and 2 points are A1 vector and A2 vector. Therefore the distance is given by, distance D is given by modulus of B vector cross of A2 vector minus A1 vector whole divided by modulus of B vector, and whole modulus. Since distance is not negative, therefore we are putting our modulus here. The derivation of this formula I will explain you in the classroom when we meet in the school. Okay. Now let's just write the formula and follow this to solve the problems. Okay. The second one is skew lines. Second one is skew lines. I have already told you those lines which are neither parallel nor intersecting, so are called skew lines. They are contained by different planes. We cannot contain these two skew lines in a single plane, so we can draw parallel line intersecting on a board. But if one line like this, another line becomes here. So look at this. So one line like this, another line like in the form. So we cannot have two lines contained by the same plane. So this is lying in the different plane. These two are neither parallel and also nor intersecting. So such a type of, consider the first one as a first line, second line. These two are neither parallel and nor intersecting. They never intersect, as well as they are not parallel to. Okay. Such a type of lines only called skew lines. So let us take line 1 as R vector equal to A1 vector plus lambda into B1 vector, because it passes through one point and parallel to another vector. Now the line 2 described as R vector equal to A2 vector plus mu into B2 vector, because this line passes through another point, different point, and have parallel vector, different vector. So this may be B1 vector and this can be taken as B2 vector. So the lines are having different points and different parallel directions. The first line for parallel direction is B1, and for the second line the parallel direction is B2. So these two lines described as R vector equal to A1 vector plus lambda into B1 vector, and the second line is R vector equal to A2 vector plus mu into B2 vector. Now the distance is given by D equal to modulus of
B1 vector cross B2 vector dot of A2 vector minus A1 vector whole divided by modulus of B1 vector cross B2 vector whole modulus. So this is the formula for finding shortest distance between two skew lines. Therefore, the distance D is given by modulus of B1 vector cross B2 vector dot of A2 vector minus A1 vector divided by modulus of B1 vector cross B2 vector. In the numerator, it involves both cross and dot. Therefore, we can consider this scalar triple product STP. Likewise, if B1 vector is as A1 I cap plus B1 j cap plus C1 k cap and B2 vector is given as A2 I cap plus B2 j cap plus C2 k cap, and the points A1 vector with respect to some origin, the position vector becomes x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. Since it is the first point, we are taking the direction ratios as x1, y1, z1, and another point A2 vector equal to x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z2 k cap. Therefore, the distance D can be expressed as in the numerator. This is a scalar triple product box product B1 cross B2 dot of A2 minus A1. That is, we can write the numerator as B1 vector, B2 vector, A2 minus A1 vector. So this is a scalar triple product, cross and dot are involving. Now we can write the numerator as, so in the scalar triple product we can write only the direction ratios of the given vectors. Therefore, the first one B1 vector is A1 B1 C1, and the second cross B2 means A2 B2 and C2, and A2 minus A1 means x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. So this is a numerator, and the denominator you know how to calculate B1 cross B2 and take modulus of B1 cross B2. That is equal to modulus of B1 vector cross B2 vector. So using these two formulas, that is finding the distance between parallel lines as well as finding the distance between skew lines, we can solve the problems given in the exercise as well as example. Now go to page number 478, exercise 11.2, problem number 14. Find the shortest distance between the lines. Given R vector equal to I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap plus lambda into I cap minus j cap plus k cap, and another line R vector equal to 2 I cap minus j cap minus k cap plus mu into 2 I cap plus j cap plus 2 k cap. Now look at these two equations. In this question they have not mentioned the given lines are parallel or skew. Now on finding the vector within the bracket, that is with the scalar value, that is lambda கூட mu கூட இருக்கிற vectors compare பண்ணுங்க. இது ரெண்டும் சேமாவோ அல்லது ப்ரொபோஷனலாக இருந்தாவோ the given lines are parallel lines. இது ரெண்டும் சேமாக இருக்கணும், அப்படி இல்லைனா ப்ரொபோஷனலாக இருக்கணும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சேமாக இருக்கணும்னா the lambda into I cap minus j cap plus k cap, and in the second it should be as I cap minus j cap plus k cap. So இந்த மாதிரி இருந்தால் they are parallel, or otherwise 2I cap minus 2j cap plus 2k cap. So likewise இருக்கலாம். அதாவது that means they should be equal or they are proportional to each other. If those vectors within the bracket are in the form like this, they are parallel lines. But here these two are different. That is, so we cannot compare these two vectors. Therefore, since they are different, the given lines are either intersecting or skew lines. Already I told you, if they are intersecting, the shortest distance becomes 0. That means distance formula the numerator becomes 0. But these lines, the given lines must be skew lines, because the vector which along with lambda and the vector along with mu are different. Therefore, either they must be intersecting or skew. Here I hope they have given the skew lines. Now we have to use only skew lines formula. Okay. Now the distance d equal to modulus of b1 vector cross b2 vector dot of a2 vector minus a1 vector divided by modulus of b1 vector cross b2 vector. So this is the formula. So we have to first list out which are a1, a2, b1, b2. Now from the given equations, a1 vector equal to I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap, and a2 vector equal to 2y cap minus j cap minus k cap. Therefore, a2 vector minus a1 vector is given as a2 minus a1, 2y minus I equal to I cap, and minus 3j cap and minus 2k cap. Here a2 minus a1, that is 2 minus 1, 1, and 1 minus of minus 2 equal to minus 3, and minus minus becomes minus 2. Now find b1 cross b2. Now b1 vector cross b2 vector equal to determinant. This is not modulus, this is determinant. I cap, j cap, k cap. And the components of b1 are, what are b1? Now let us write b1 vector. What is b1 vector? b1 vector equal to I cap minus j cap plus k cap, and b2 vector is 2I cap plus j cap plus 2k cap. We have to consider b vector or b1 vector, b2 vector, or should be with the scalars. Lambda கூட இருக்கிறதோ இல்ல b கூட இருக்கிறதோ அல்லது st ஏதாவது ஒரு ஸ்கேலார் கொடுத்துக்கலாம். அது கூட இருக்கிறது தான் b வெக்டாரா இருக்கணும், இல்ல மோர் தென் ஒன் லைன் இருந்தா b1 b2 b3 ன்னு எடுத்துக்கலாம். சோ முன்னாடி இருக்கிறது பாயிண்ட்ஸ். இப்போ b1 b2. So writing the components of b1 and b2, 1 minus 1 1 2 1 2. Expand this. I cap into minus 2 minus 1 minus j vector into j into 2 minus 2 2 minus 2 plus k cap into 1 minus 2 here becomes plus 2, that is equal to minus 3 I cap and 0 j cap and plus 3 k cap. Now modulus of b1 vector cross b2 vector is equal to square root of minus 3 the whole square 9 plus 3 the whole square equal to 9 equal to root of 2 into 9 equal to 3 root 2. So modulus of b1 vector cross b2 vector equal to 3 root 2. Now write the distance formula and find the value. Now B1 vector cross B2 vector dot of A2 vector minus A1 vector equal to B1 cross B2 equal to minus 3I cap plus 3K cap dot A2 minus A1 equal to I cap minus 3J cap minus 2K cap, that is equal to minus 3 into plus 1 minus 3 and 0 into my 3 0. So because if there is no J vector means that becomes 0 J cap. The like components only should be multiplied. 3 into 2 minus 2 minus 6. Okay, that is equal to minus 9. Therefore, the distance is given by modulus of the numerator is minus 9 and the denominator is 3 root 2. So cancelling this is 3. So which is equal to 3 by root 2. Let us rationalize the denominator, that is equal to root 2 by root 2, which is equal to 3 root 2